I'm Bob Schumann from Stagevoices.com, bringing you the latest in theater news, video, and writing. The Druid Theater Company's acclaimed production of Sean O'Casey's The Silver Tassie is in New York for only 8 performances from July 24th through July 31st. Directed by Tony Award-winning Gary Hines, the controversial 1928 drama is about 2 teenage football heroes plucked from the tenements of Dublin and lobbed into the French battlefields of World War I. It will be performed as part of the Lincoln Center Festival at the Gerald W. Lynch Theater at John Jay College, Amsterdam Avenue between 58th and 59th Street. O'Casey called the play a generous handful of stones aimed indiscriminately with the aim of breaking a few windows. William Butler Yeats said to him, "You have no subject." Colin Murphy in the Irish Independent, The Silver Tassie, renowned since the 1920s, emerges in Gary Hines' fine new production as one of the great anti-war plays. William Butler Yeats. The Abbey Theatre owed its recent prosperity to you, Sean. If you had not brought your plays just at that moment, I doubt it would now exist. Ian Shuttleworth in the Financial Times deserves to be far more widely seen. 5 stars. William Butler Yeats. I am sad and discouraged. You were interested in the Irish Civil War, Sean, and at every moment of those plays you were excited, and we all caught your excitement. But you are not interested in the Great War. Sean O'Casey. How do you know I'm not interested in the Great War? Poet and playwright Frank McGuinness. The cruelest play in Irish literature. Lynn Gardner in The Guardian. Remarkable, particularly in form. The second act in the rain-drenched trenches will come like a punch in the stomach. Sean O'Casey. Your statement is to me an impudently ignorant one to make, for it happens that I was and am passionately interested in the Great War. Gary Hines, written in the O'Casey language that is one of the glories of English literature. The Irish Times, monumental. Yeats, you never stood on its battlefields or walked its hospitals, and so write out of your opinions. O'Casey, do you really mean that no one should or could write about or speak about a war because one has not stood on the battlefield? Was Shakespeare at Actium or Philippi? Yeats, the mere greatness of the World War has thwarted you. Peter Crawley in the Irish Times. Druid's ambitious new production recognizes a play full of jarring juxtapositions, a tragic comedy about horror and loss, which is full of movement and song. Irish Times. Irish Theatre Magazine. Druid's production is definitive. Yeats, the whole history of the world must be reduced to wallpaper in front of which the characters must pose and speak. O'Casey, the whole history of the world must be reduced to wallpaper in front of which the characters must pose and speak. George Bernard Shaw. My dear Sean, what a hell of a play. I wonder how it would hit the public. Of course, the Abbey should have produced it. If Yeats had said, it's too savage, I can't stand it, he would have been in order. Cheerio, Titan. Yeats. I see nothing for it but a new theme, something you have found, and no newspaper writer has ever found. What business have we with anything that is not unique? O'Casey. I have created the very, very, thing with what you are looking for. Something unique. Lady Gregory, my mind goes back to the Tassie. We ought not to have rejected it. I'm Bob Schumann, and this has been an Outside of the Box verbatim preview for the Silver Tassie from Stagevoices.com. Call for tickets at 212-721-6500. That's 212-721-6500, or visit LincolnCenterFestival.org. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope we'll see you again soon.